Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to have you here today as we explore how to unlock the power of configuration management and platform customization. Our focus will be on ServiceNow's Flexible System Properties framework. In this presentation, we'll cover what system properties are, how they work, and how they can help you tailor ServiceNow to your needs. Let's get started. Now, let's look at some common examples of system properties. These include default language preferences, email server configurations, cache allocation sizes, and notification triggers and controls. These are all settings that help tailor the system to meet specific needs. One important point is that updating these properties doesn't require any code deployment, making adjustments quick and straightforward. We also see that application-specific properties allow us to control individual apps, giving us the flexibility to customize without affecting the whole system. On the other hand, global properties impact the entire instance, providing a way to manage overarching behaviors. When we talk about scope and flexibility, it's key to understand that system properties are essentially configuration variables. They control how the platform behaves and functions across your ServiceNow instance. Think of them as dynamic switches or settings that determine how your system operates at any given time. So, what exactly are system properties? They are fundamental to customizing and managing your platform efficiently. By using them wisely, you can optimize performance and tailor the experience to your organization's needs. Let's take a look at a real-world scenario to illustrate this concept. Imagine you have an alert threshold for incident escalation set at 5 incidents. With a simple change to a property value, you can raise that threshold to 10 incidents. No need to modify any code, redeploy, or experience downtime. This flexibility allows you to respond quickly to changing business needs by adjusting thresholds, limits, and behaviors simply by changing property values. This is what we call rapid adaptability. Business owners and administrators can make these adjustments on their own without waiting for developers or technical teams. It empowers them to control system behavior directly, making the process faster and more efficient. And the beauty of this approach is that all these configuration values are stored outside of the application code. This means updates are instant and don't require complex deployments or lengthy development cycles. So, why use system properties? Because they give you the benefits of flexibility, control, and speed, making your system more adaptable to your evolving business needs. Now, let's take a closer look at the integration parameters that are essential for configuring and maintaining our system effectively. First up, security and access controls are critical. They help us define who can access what and ensure our data stays protected. Performance and caching are also key. They help us optimize the system's responsiveness and reduce load times. When it comes to LDAP and authentication, these settings streamline user login processes and centralize credential management, making security both robust and manageable. Email and notification settings are vital for keeping users informed and engaged, so proper configuration here ensures timely alerts. General system configuration covers the broader settings that keep everything running smoothly. Moving into property categories, we have several types of system properties to understand. For example, password settings store encrypted credentials for security, while date format options determine how timestamps are displayed across the platform. Color customization allows us to tailor the user interface to match branding or user preferences. Choice lists provide predefined options for selections, maintaining consistency and simplifying user input. True-false toggles and flags are used for binary settings, such as enabling or disabling features. Numeric thresholds, like integers, help set limits or counts, while string properties handle text values and identifiers. Understanding these supported data types is fundamental because they define how we store and manage different kinds of data within the system. Overall, these system properties are the building blocks that enable us to configure, secure, and personalize our environment, ensuring it's both functional and user-friendly. Let's talk about how to effectively manage and organize your system properties in ServiceNow. First, Using structured naming patterns like team development code reviewers is essential. It helps you keep everything organized and makes it much easier to filter and find specific properties later on. Consistent naming conventions are key to maintaining clarity as your platform grows. Next, you can extend the functionality by creating custom properties. These are tailored specifically to your organization's unique needs and workflows. By adding custom properties, you can capture exactly the information or settings that are most relevant to your team, enhancing your platform's flexibility. It's also important to understand that fresh ServiceNow instances come with over 600 default properties. These cover just about every aspect of platform configuration and behavior, giving you a solid starting point. Exploring this property catalog can help you understand what's available out of the box and how to leverage these settings effectively. To access these properties, you can go through the System Properties menu, then select all properties in the Application Navigator. Alternatively, you can directly open the Sys Properties list table for quick access. This navigation is straightforward and centralizes your management of system settings. Overall, managing system properties efficiently involves understanding how to navigate to them, using consistent naming patterns, extending functionality with custom properties, and exploring the default options available. Mastering these practices will greatly improve your platform's organization and your ability to customize it to fit your organization's needs. Let's walk through a practical example. Suppose you want to create a property called Incident Alert Threshold, and you want it to be of the integer type with a default value of 10. Once you've created this property, you can access it in your scripts using the command gs, get property, incident, alert, threshold. This makes it easy to refer to threshold values dynamically across your instance. Remember, after submitting the property record, it becomes immediately available throughout your system, so there's no need to wait. Next, you should save and deploy your changes to ensure everything is applied correctly. When creating the property, make sure to specify clear, meaningful identifiers for the name, description, data type, and default value. This helps keep your configuration understandable and maintainable. To create the property, navigate to Sys Properties, list and click the New button. This opens the form where you can define the new property record. This process of creating a custom system property is a fundamental step for customizing and scaling your ServiceNow instance to meet specific needs. It's a straightforward way to tailor your environment and make your scripts more flexible and powerful. Now, let's look at how externalizing configuration into system properties has made a significant impact. By doing this, we were able to reduce our deployment cycle time by 70%. That means we can make changes much faster and more efficiently. Additionally, this approach empowers our business users to self-manage critical thresholds without needing to go through IT or development teams every time. For example, they can instantly adjust incident thresholds based on evolving needs. This aligns perfectly with our overall theme of agility, responding to business needs in real time. Because these changes take effect immediately without requiring code updates, we eliminate delays caused by traditional deployment processes. Administrators now have the flexibility to adjust thresholds on the fly, making our system more adaptable and responsive. Instead of hard-coding incident thresholds into the business logic, which can be rigid, we store these values in system properties. This way, they become configurable and easier to manage. So, when a business rule needs to check the number of related incidents before triggering an escalation alert, it simply references this system property. This makes our solution more dynamic and customizable. The key takeaway here is that by externalizing configuration, we streamline our processes, improve responsiveness, and give more control to those who need it most, our business users. When we're modifying properties, especially those that affect cache, queries, or high-traffic processes, it's crucial to track system performance metrics. This helps us understand how changes impact the overall system and ensures we can quickly identify any issues that might arise. Monitoring performance impact is an ongoing process, and being proactive here can save us a lot of trouble down the line. Next, it's important to mark sensitive properties as private. Doing this prevents accidental overwrites during update set migrations and helps us maintain security boundaries. Protecting sensitive data is a key part of keeping our systems secure and reliable. Another best practice is to replace HUD constants with system properties. This improves maintainability and flexibility because we can adjust these values without diving into the code each time. It also helps us reduce technical debt, making our system cleaner and easier to manage over time. When it comes to change frequency, we should use system properties for values that don't change often, ideally less than once a month. Frequent changes can trigger cache flushes, which might temporarily impact platform performance. So, understanding this guideline helps us balance the need for updates with system stability. Overall, these best practices and performance considerations help us build a more robust, secure, and maintainable platform. By monitoring carefully, protecting sensitive data, and managing our properties wisely, we can ensure optimal system performance while reducing risks and technical debt. Now, on slide 9, we're focusing on some common pitfalls and tips to keep in mind. First, it's crucial to track and measure how property changes impact system performance, especially when you're modifying cache-related or frequently accessed properties. This helps us ensure that our changes actually improve the system without unintended side effects. Next, always use descriptive names and provide comprehensive descriptions for every custom property we create. This practice is key for long-term maintainability and helps the entire team understand what each property does, making future updates much smoother. Another important point is to validate all property changes in development or test environments before applying them to production. Rushing into production without testing can lead to unexpected issues that might disrupt users or cause data problems. Also, keep in mind that not all properties are available by default in ServiceNow. It's essential to research thoroughly before referencing any property. If you find that a property is missing, create it carefully, with proper documentation and consideration of its impact. By following these tips, monitoring performance, documenting well, testing thoroughly, and understanding property availability, you'll greatly reduce the risk of issues and improve the stability of your system. Master system properties are key to unlocking a more agile, responsive, and efficient ServiceNow platform that can easily scale with your organization's needs. By leveraging these properties, you can create solutions that are flexible, high-performing, and maintainable, allowing you to adapt quickly to changing business requirements and organizational shifts. One of the main benefits is enhanced maintainability. With system properties, administrators gain the ability to manage configurations independently, which means they can make adjustments without always needing developer involvement. This empowerment reduces bottlenecks and frees up developers to focus on more complex customizations and innovative features. Additionally, system properties significantly reduce development overhead. They provide a flexible, code-free way to control platform behavior and functionality across your entire ServiceNow ecosystem. This means you can fine-tune settings and features more efficiently, saving time and effort. At the core, these powerful control levers give you the ability to tailor your ServiceNow instance precisely to your needs, making it more adaptable and scalable. In conclusion, by mastering system properties, you empower your ServiceNow instance to be more responsive, maintainable, and aligned with your organizational goals. This approach enables you to optimize your platform's capabilities and support ongoing innovation and growth.